Hi, this is Matthew Kenslow. It is June 20th, 2020. Currently it's past 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and 7 years ago, around the same exact time, I was walking down Davidson Field of Newport Harbor High School, and I was about to graduate after 14 years in school. That includes preschool that I had from 1999 to 2000. I just enjoyed my years going to Newport Mesa Unified School District, or NMUSD. I learned a whole lot. I've made hundreds of friends over there. Of course, there were some rough times, especially growing up in the beginning, starting in kindergarten, first grade, second grade. And a lot of people who know me or have read my book already knows about it, about growing up with autism or Asperger syndrome. So that sort of rendered me an easy target. And a lot of people singled me out just because I was different, just because I looked different, sounded different, talked different, and such. But you know, something that NMUSD did for me right at the beginning was they sort of took me slow at first, made sure that I was able to handle a normal sized classroom. By third grade, I was mainstreamed from Paularino Elementary to Newport Heights Elementary School, and I was able to handle it, made a lot more friends. And also something else that NMUSD did is they provided speech therapy and RSP from elementary school all the way to high school. So anyway, I'm class of 2013, Newport Harbor High School. It was, you know, an excellent 4 years that I spent at that high school. A lot of great memories over there. I'd be here literally all day telling you everything that happened during high school. I'm very appreciative. Again, I mentioned Newport Harbor High School in my book like 18 times. I mentioned NMUSD and the school district a total of 7 times in this book. I'm very appreciative of them and what they've done. I have my diploma right here that said that I graduated, and I'm very thankful for that. It's hard to believe it's been 7 years. So again, today is 6/20/2020 at 16:04 hours currently, local Pacific Daylight Time. So, and I want to take a special moment right now to congratulate all class of 2020 around the entire world right now. And in fact, everybody that had just passed grade level, I mean, good job, especially keeping up with your education during this COVID-19 pandemic and going to online learning. I have a friend who graduated Newport Harbor High School this year. He's class of 2020, and he's a son of one of my commanders at Royal Rangers. So good job. And to everybody else, and I see the post on social media, the post from various schools in my district, including Davis Magnet School. I'm very proud of those 6th graders over there, and of course I know, you know, quite a few of them over at Davis Magnet through Royal Rangers and such. So big congratulations to them as well, and I hope that there's a lot of success as people who were in elementary school move on to middle school, people in middle school move on to high school, and people who were in high school move on to college, university, and ultimately their career. Once again, great job. And as for the EdTech department, the education technology of the school district, they're just still ignoring everything about me. It's, you know, been 2.5 months since I found out what they did, and I'd still like answers. And again, if there's anything I need to apologize for, please tell me. But what they've done was what was uncalled for, and it's been hurting, you know, not just me, but my family. And I'll say this publicly, that when a very special family member of mine found out, she kept, you know, she told me that she cried and cried and cried and cried, and I'm like, okay, that does it, that's enough. I've got to get to the bottom of this. I've got to find a way to pursue this, to find out the details. Because in case you don't know, the EdTech blocked me on Twitter, and it's like, what did I do? Honestly, and again, I have like something on my Twitter handle where you can message me. If I did something wrong, please, I'm not saying I'm the innocent guy. If I did something wrong, I want to know about it. I personally do, and they just bypassed that part. So I contacted a very good friend of mine who still works for the school board. She's actually one of the signers in my high school diploma here, and she read my email twice, but she didn't respond back to me. So I just can't understand that the district I went to for 14 years in school just will not communicate back to me, and I've been trying hard, like for about 2.5 months here and there. I mean, I'm not swamping them with emails or whatnot, but I just want to get to the bottom of these things. Anyway, that's a little update, because I've already had that YouTube video talking about it in the past, and I made a little update in between then and now, and I just thought I'd update, especially since I'm talking about my high school graduation for NMUSD. Again, other than that, I'm very proud and honored for NMUSD and what they stand for, and what they do, and their commitment. And again, I accolade them so many times from cover to cover, mentioning their schools by name, like College Park, Palo Reno, Newport Heights, Ensign Intermediate, Newport Harbor, CDM. I mention a lot by name in here to show my appreciation for them. And I'm excited to be juggling for their schools here probably in the next academic year. Again, the principal of Newport Harbor High School invited me to juggle and speak, and then the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown happens, so it will probably be this upcoming year. I'm also going to be going to a lot of Capistrano or schools in the Capistrano School District here very shortly, like in the next academic year. So I'm very excited, and I feel blessed by God for that opportunity, because my life and what I care about is not for me, it's for other people, especially children, preteens, and early teens. I mean, that's the age group that I'm like devoting my life and making sure that they do not give up on what they want to do, that they have a purpose, and that they could do whatever they set their mind to do. So I have an extraordinary juggling analogy and science demo analogy to convey that, as well as just being, a positive source, a smile, and motivator, and entertainer when I, go and juggle at the same time, while speaking and giving my encouragement. So I believe that everybody will be blessed by that. And also, one last thing, I just feel led that I have to share this just in case nobody else knows. The person who's helping me get to all the Capistrano schools asked me when I would send in an email to her, please include how much that you charge. And I'm like, what? Please believe me. Please believe me. I would be happy. It would be my honor to go and just do this at no charge. I would rather go to 1,000,000 schools than to receive 1 penny doing so. And if they want to give me like an honorarium or donation, I would accept it and be happy. If not, then I wouldn't complain. My job is to make sure that no child or teenager will feel down about themselves, would give up, or whatnot. I want to make sure that everybody knows that they have a reason to live here, and that they have a calling and a purpose. Frankly, in lieu of donations, all I would ask is that they just, keep my name and information, and that I continue to go over to those schools, even if it's just for a classroom or a few classrooms, and that they would share my information to every single teacher or school that they know of in the entire section of Southern California and such. I'd be willing to go anywhere and beyond, or if they know of any news media, newspapers, podcast, radio, television, because I want to continue to impart my message to everybody, and to call forth everybody on the planet to work together, because as I said, I don't believe that myself or this book will end all discrimination and get everybody to realize, oh, I do have a purpose in this life. I don't believe that I alone can do that. What I want is to offer this for a, like a suggestion, if you want to read it, or or just research anything about autism. It doesn't have to be my book or my YouTube channel, and to realize to accept us for who we are if you're that type of person, or to realize that everybody can do whatever they set their mind to do. I mean, if you just look at me, for example, I mean, I'm an author, I'm an Eagle Scout equivalent, I have a degree in chemistry, and so much more, and I did all these things to, show that what we have, autism spectrum disorder, shouldn't define us or limit us in any way. And again, I'm for equality for everybody, not just people with autism, but people with Down syndrome or anybody else who is discriminated by their physical features or mentality or whatever. And that's what I care about. And I would just love to continue to go out to local, national, and international news doing so, and I will never give up on that. And if you don't want to look into or research anything that I've done on my YouTube channel or in my book, then I highly recommend you to check out other people. I would recommend maybe Autism is My Superpower, which is about an incredible young man, an early teenager who has written a couple of books and has a big YouTube channel, now a radio program, and also a big Facebook page as well as special books by special kids and the Aspie world. So those are just a few suggestions to please consider checking out, because I just feel confident inside that they will give you a lot of information, a lot of special information about like not just us who have autism, but people who have special needs because they have a physical or mental disability, and how they just don't allow it to define them. So again, I just invite you to check those out if you want. Again, this video is to just reflect that 7 years ago today, on June 20th, 2013, I graduated high school, and that I just wanted to say a big congratulations to everybody, the class of 2020, for elementary, middle school, high school, college, and university. Just a big congratulations, and for sticking with it all the way to the end, even though that how you got to the end was unprecedented in these times. And again, just a big congratulations, and I know and believe that if you believe in yourself, you will go far in the future. So have a great day.